Here's a quick news break from Edge of the Web Radio.
From search engine land, if you're not watching the news right now for SEO, you've got to jump in there because it's huge. Things are popping all over the place. From search engine land by Barry Schwartz, Google's new snippet settings give webmasters control over their search listings display. So Google has actually released new snippet settings to allow webmasters to control how Google search displays your listings. The company announced on Google Webmasters blog, these settings actually work through a set of robot meta tags and an HTML attribute. Now, if you're not familiar with what these snippets are, you can certainly go check out the link on the show notes here. The new meta tags that they've authored and are allowing for users to be able to use are pretty darn cool, actually. You can actually add 4 meta tags to either an HTML page or specified via the X-Robots tags HTTP header. One is no snippet. This is an old option that has not changed. It lets you specify that you don't want any textual snippet showing for this page. But here's the cool thing here is that there's also another new meta tag that allows you to specify a maximum duration in seconds of an animated video preview. So they're giving us as webmasters the ability to control the aperture of video preview from a page of content that has a video on that in the meta content itself. A max image preview setting is also another new meta tag that allows you to specify a maximum size of image preview to be shown for images on the page, either with none, standard, or large. Those are the basic configurations. There's also one more in there, and this is actually really, really cool. And we were looking at that this last week, is the data-no snippet. But basically is actually giving us the ability to control what content we don't want shown on the SERPs, because obviously in SEO, we all know that meta descriptions are not the regular SERP display. Google actually drops down and is able to unpack a good deal of the content of the site, but you can actually now kind of provision off content that you don't want to have on the SERP. So, Tim, I ask you, from an SEO standpoint, are these some of the I should say the newest controls, but these are actually controls that we've never had before from Google. What do you think about what they're giving to us as developers?
Yeah, so this is a very good question, because what do you think would be the rate of adoption of those things? Like, what percentage of the internet is actually following those updates in Google and would start implementing them?
Sure.
And the reason why I'm asking is because it is like obvious that the vast majority of websites, they are doing some very, very basic SEO, and it is usually based on content management systems like WordPress, Drupal, or etc.
Sure.
So it all comes down, basically the adoption probably comes down to what these like big platforms would adopt and give to their customers.
Right.
Otherwise, most people wouldn't just use it, because like it is too hard to keep up with.